You're beautiful, you're beautiful. Calm, calm. This is the documentaries, come on.
Bobby, I'm in a PJ, Bobby.
It's okay, you're beautiful, come.
Bobby, what is it? What is it?
I just want to walk and describe a little scenario. Come on the right side, this side. Alright, so the cops literally run up this ramp.
So what they have?
In a matter of seconds during a summer evening last August, Bobby Lopez says his life changed as an undercover NYPD officer tackled him down steps and slammed him into the sidewalk at the entrance to his apartment building. You held the door for them.
Yes. And after that, nice out.
18 at the time, Lopez says he doesn't remember anything about the arrest, but this surveillance video captured the incident, showing the suddenness and force behind the officer's takedown of Lopez.
Cops running up this ramp. Mind you, I don't know these cops. I don't know these cops. My fucking ass holding the door for them like this. And then I get tackled from here all the way down there. All the way down there.
Down here? It's true. Is it true?
All that off a bud. That's now legal in New York. My name Bobby Wolf Lopez. I'm from Harlem. I was raised out there, but I grew up out here in Robert Fulton Projects. The neighborhood pretty chill. Wasn't a lot going on. Elderly out here chilling, that's it. Played a lot of basketball, so I was always on the courts. That's new. We ain't have recycling. They ain't give a fuck about that. Got the stairs and the ramp going to my building right here. It's be a regular day coming into here. Show you take the elevator, go to the 9th floor. It's 3 main buildings. This one, that one, and the one in front of the building. The middle buildings, more with the elderly, a lot of old folks. We used to take the East St. Always to 50th Street, go on the HSHM, High School of Hospitality Management. We already know, we look at the Bronx as the rowdy one. I'm from Manhattan, but we also break Manhattan down from Harlem and Manhattan, because this is a downtown side. This is a whole nother side of Manhattan compared to Harlem. And I get most of my style, my swag from Harlem. Downtown, you run into a lot of flamboyant people, people that a lot more outgoing, a lot more weird. You see a lot more weird down here compared to Harlem. In Harlem, you'll just see the usual, which is for me, I don't know, fucking up. It's just my usual, I guess. It was an ordinary day for me. That was the year I graduated high school. And it's summer, it was August. So I was just outside walking my dog. Ordinary day, walking my dog upstairs, linked up with my brother. And I'm holding the door for somebody and lights out. Bang, that's it, everything gone.
As we first reported, surveillance video raises a lot of questions about the NYPD version of the incident.
I was just being generous, holding the door open for people that looked like they was trying to come into my building. I gained consciousness multiple times throughout the scenarios, and then they went black again. The first time I gained consciousness, they was rubbing their knuckle on my chest to like, I don't know, to see if I was faking it or whatever. And then after that, blanked out. Then I remember waking up in the back of an ambulance truck, blanked out. Then I woke up in Bellevue. I was cuffed up to a hospital bed. Lights hurt my head, like I couldn't stand lights. They discharged me in Bellevue. After Bellevue, I went through the bookings, started throwing up blood. Mind you, no one's seeing this but police officers. They had me in the back of a paddy wagon. I went through the booking process, they took my fingerprints, I spoke to a lawyer, and then they let me go. I went home after that. I started throwing up blood in front of my mother now at this point, and I blank out. I don't remember nothing after that again. First medical care was in Bellevue. They didn't take me straight to the bookings. They had me handcuffed in there, they discharged me, and then I went to the bookings. After that, my mother had to call ambulance again. And at that point, I'm already I'm not remembering. I wouldn't recall going into the hospital a second time. But from what my mother told me, they rushed me in and they said I needed emergency brain surgery. That's the last thing. I don't remember none of that, but here I am now.
18 at the time, Lopez says he doesn't remember anything about the arrest, But this surveillance video captured the incident, showing the suddenness and force behind the officer's takedown of Lopez. It knocked him out cold. He was rushed to the hospital, underwent emergency brain surgery, which required the removal of part of his skull.
I prayed basically maybe 12, almost 24 hours. I didn't leave my son's sight.
For a time, he was handcuffed to his hospital bed and arraigned there, charged with selling marijuana and resisting arrest.
They had nothing on me.
I didn't realize that right away. It was more confusion. I'm lost in why I'm in a hospital bed, why I'm bandaged up. I didn't even to think about what happened. It felt like a normal day, gone till I'm waking up in a hospital bed. They sent me home. They discharged me once after surgery when they took a piece of my skull out. It's because they said my brain was swelling and they needed it to stop. So they sent me home. They let that go on for like a week or two. And at that point, I'm not even walking, I'm in a wheelchair. My equilibrium wasn't allowing me to stand up properly. And I had to wait for the next surgery, which they were gonna place the skull back. I'm not thinking like that. I'm just thinking my head hurt, light hurts. That's it, I'm in pain, my head. That's all I'm thinking about. Excruciating pain. I'm more lost about what's happening. I was unconscious most of the time. But my family had to go through it. They see me at my worst. They accused me of doing transactions with drugs, but like now they wasn't even supposed to be in this building 419. They were supposed to be checking 418. So it's like my heart, they probably thought I was somebody, and that's how that went down.
Now, NYPD Deputy Commissioner Stephen Davis says the Manhattan District Attorney reviewed the officer's actions and determined there was no criminal conduct. Davis says narcotics officers were trying to take Lopez into custody in connection with a drug charge when, quote, the suspect attempted to flee and that the suspect fell down a stairway, pulling the officer along with him. Lopez and his attorney say the video backs their version of excessive force.
After the second surgery where they had my skull back, the process was getting better from then. I'm guessing I have a piece of my skull. I could stand up a little bit more better, but I still had to walk with a cane, a walker at first. And I just kept trying. I kept getting up, getting dizzy, taking my time, walking. It took years. Like, I'll say about 3-4 years, but of a lot of hard work and progress. I see the progress.
After reviewing the video, obviously agreed that Mr. Lopez did not do anything wrong and dismissed the charges.
Lopez spent weeks recovering. His plans to enter college as a freshman have been put off. He's no longer able to play basketball. An indentation in his head is a permanent reminder of his encounter with the NYPD.
I feel like I'm as good as I'm possibly going to get. The only thing I'm probably still recovering from is just the emotional and the past trauma that I actually had to live through. To this day, I got a deformed skull because of an incident, of a misassumption, like accusing me for some shit. And it's like right after my high school, I didn't even get to go to college. I was playing basketball. I could have been on my college basketball team, you know what I mean? But can't go back in the past. It's not as noticeable. I got hair, but side of my head is screwed. I got multiple screws inside of my head. If I show like bald spots from tubes, from draining and shit like that. But other than that, not that much scarring. They had to stitch me up here. But other than that, I ain't got no scars. I had a lawsuit against the police for unnecessary abuse. I know there's proper terms for that. I gotta go to the books for that, but they wasn't supposed to do that. They wasn't even supposed to, we're human. You could have come in and actually approached me and see what there was an issue of anything. Sued police, and I sued the hospital too for even discharging me without even properly giving me proper care. For all I know, they would have saw my brain swelling. I probably wouldn't have even need the brain surgery. But the fact that they just let me go, I had to sue them too. I sued Bellevue Hospital and I sued the police, NYPD.
The teenager filed a lawsuit today claiming excessive force by the undercover officers and false arrest.
They gotta get this shit together. There ain't much to say, fuck. there's serious crimes happening in the world. There's serious cases out here that's still not solved, and y'all making mistakes like that. Y'all gotta just get this shit together. Simple as that. I don't look at all cops as bad guys, but something gotta change. I personally never looked into that information for own mental reasons. Imagine trying to figure out who was the guy that almost killed you, who was the group of people. That would probably drive you insane, so I guess memory loss would be a good thing in this situation. Next in life, I'm an artist and I want the world to know my name. Just doing what I gotta do as a man. I gotta live my life as best as I can be, and I can't let nothing hold me back, so that's what I gotta do. Just continue living my life. I wouldn't mind standing up. I'm strong enough to talk about it here, and I want other people to not be scared, to not face worries of it, because I'm an example and I survived. Like, I could have died, and I know there's other people in the world that went through different abuses and shit, so I want everybody to actually be strong and still continue, you know what I mean? Shouldn't be worried about anything. I see myself a star. I see myself doing what I do, doing what I love, and actually getting paid for it. I see myself getting money off of this, making so much revenue that my kids are good for life. Stay in school. I don't know. Like, tell you stay in school. Never let nobody tell you you can't do what you want to do. Figure out what you love and learn about credit. They don't teach you that in school. Facts. Like, I think about it sometimes. I wish things could go back, but while I think about the past, we got a future to create now.